In one of the last editions of off-season Padres news and rumors, we have a little bit to talk about here. How's it going, everybody? My name is FamedFriar. Welcome back to another video, and a video that, I haven't been making too often, as this off-season is kind of like a slow simmer right now. I love to keep you guys in the loop, but there's nothing to talk about, to be honest. This is frustrating. I was able to muster together some important details about our San Diego Padres to discuss in this video. But before we get started, if you are yet to subscribe, I highly recommend you do so. Same thing with that like button, smash that thing. Let's go ahead and talk about Padres news. First thing I'm going to say is, Padre fans, I understand the frustration, and personally, I'm a victim of it. I was even tweeting out less than a week ago, how good does a Zack Greinke sound right now? And let's be honest, Zack Greinke has way too much mileage. He's old, but man, we just need another pitcher. And then I kind of thought about last offseason. Last offseason, we didn't have another pitcher, and, we had faith in Mike Clevenger and guys like that, but then we make a trade for Sean Manny. Yes, Sean Manny was not what we wanted, but we make a trade for Sean Manny in spring training, and then the night before, for the second time in history, I believe, because we did this before, we trade for a closer in Taylor Rogers the night before the season starts. We did the same thing with Craig Kimbrell a while back. So I'm not losing sleep. I was for a bit. I was really frustrated, but the more I think about it, the more it's kind of like, hey, this is AJ Preller's MO. What starting pitcher is he going to trade for? I don't know. I mean, a lot of people think Chris Sale, names like that, but I'm unsure. We will find out. I think Sean Manny was definitely random last year, and I think we'll hear another random name. And at the end of the day, yes, this isn't what we wanted starting pitching-wise, and I understand the frustration. And when it comes to starting pitching market right now, it looks a little like this.
I forgot his name, and an arrest or nobody's.
I mean, yes, technically there is Michael Wacha, who's solid, but Michael Wacha is supposedly going to be the same pitcher as Zack Greinke, according to Fangraphs. So take that with a grain of salt. I mean, Michael Wacha's subpar, but honestly, I would rather try to make a trade, give someone up, and, get someone better than subpar pitching. Especially at a projected $10 million a year. That doesn't sound that appetizing to me. In my opinion, let's hold our cards. Let's try to make a trade before the season starts. And hell, if it has to be at the deadline, it has to be at the deadline. The other person we're going to talk about today is Jurickson Profar. I mean, his market is at a standstill. Let's be honest here. Profar's trying to get that big old contract, and I understand why he's trying to get this big old contract. This was his time to get it, but I'm going to make a wild prediction. This is just a wild thought when it comes to Jurickson Profar. I think he's going to come back to San Diego on a 1-year deal or 2 years where he gets paid very little this year and a lot next year with an option sort of scenario. I think he may want to do that because he was able to perform in San Diego. He gets 1 more year to up his value, because if he puts another good year in, he really can get paid. And he's still only 29. He's been in the league for a long time. He's been a top prospect for a long time. But him only being 29 makes him valuable, where if he has another good year, he'll still get paid. I mean, most of these people are getting paid into their 40s now. I'm not saying Jurickson Profar is going to get paid into his 40s, but he could get paid till he's 36. A little side note, I don't know if he's playing the WBC, but it would be interesting to watch for that. I would expect him to not want to play because he's still a free agent. Wouldn't make sense to me, but it's all possible at the end of the day. Rolling out the final piece of news I want to talk about for my prospect heads out there. I'm a big fan of this guy, Jackson Merril. I mean, if you're a Padres fan, you can't not be a fan of this guy. This guy is going to be announced as a top 20 prospect, I believe number 19. Yeah, so Jackson Merril is ranked number 19 according to the MLB Pipeline rankings, and this is a guy that, hasn't played that much. He had an injury, and he's only 19 years old. 19 at 19. That's really, really good for a guy that was injured all last year, and it means that probably if he plays and cements his role down, this could be a top 10 prospect by the end of the year. We have the 24th ranked farm system in the newest rankings that just came out. After supposedly bleeding our full farm system to get Juan Soto, we are still ranked higher than teams like the Angels that have not been able to do something in over a decade. Really makes you wonder, how good is AJ Preller at developing the farm? The guy is severely impressive. I love to watch him do what he does, and I think we'll continue to do that. Keep in mind, we are ranked 24th without counting Ethan Salas, the #1 international signing. So when that comes out, maybe we'll be a top 20 farm system just like that after trading for Juan Soto. That's pretty unheard of in baseball. But that's going to wrap up this video, guys. If you are yet to hit that subscribe button, please do so. Same thing with that like button. As news rolls in, I will try to frequently upload as much as I can. It's going to be a slow burn until the spring training comes around. Once spring training's around, I'll be back full time. We'll get a lot of content out for you guys. So I'll see you guys then. Peace.
5 to the 619, baby. Let's go. Let's go, San Diego. Live that shit up, San Diego. Let's fucking go. Woo! It's our fucking house.
Hey.
It's our house right here, baby. Let's go.
I love it. I love it. Hey.